Good morning, welcome to lesson 2. So in this lesson we're going to be doing more equations, but these ones are going to require multiple steps to solve, so they're going to be slightly more challenging than last lesson. Okay, let's say x equals 3. So you can see this in my image, so the x bar is the exact same length as my 3 bar, so x is equal to 3. If I wanted to get from x to 2x, I have doubled it. So if I double x, I get 2x. So let's think, what would 2x have to be equal to? So if you look at this image, if 1x equals 3, what would 2x have to be? We know using balancing from last lesson, and that if I double the other side of the equation, so 3 times by 2, that gives me 6. So 2x equals 6. Okay, let's continue. Let's say I wanted to get from 2x to 2x add 4. What operation have I done there? Well, I've added 4 to the left-hand side of my equation. And as you can see by my diagram, 2x plus 4, well, it's not equal to 6 anymore. It's equal to something larger than 6. So 2x plus 4 is actually equal to 6 plus 4 as well, so which is 10. So whatever I do to the left-hand side of my equation, I need to also do to the right-hand side of my equation to keep that balanced. So we always think in terms of balancing when we're solving or creating equations. Okay, so that's how I make a question. Let's think, well, how do I get from 2x and 4 equals 10 back to that original number, so to that answer? So 2x plus 4 equals 10. Let's say our question is solve this equation. Remember from last lesson, solve just means tell me what x is. Find the value of x. So let's start by using our balancing method. So we've drawn an image and let's balance the equation. So I want x on its own, so that plus 4 does not need to be there. How do I get rid of a positive 4? Well, the opposite of adding 4 is take away 4. So here's my diagram for what I've done so far, but 2x isn't equal to 10, is it? I must also balance the equation by taking away 4 from the other side, so 2x is equal to 6, as you can see by this image. But I want to find x. I'm not interested in 2x, let's find x on its own. So to get from 2x to 1x, I need to divide the left-hand side by 2, so I've halved it. Okay, so halving the other side, 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. Let's try some more examples together. So 2x minus 4 equals 10. Notice how similar this question is to the question that I just done. I wonder how the working out will change. You are welcome to pause the video here if you'd like to try it yourself, or equally if you'd like to just listen to me explain it, that's absolutely fine. So that negative 4 does not need to be there. All I want is x on its own. So let's start by getting rid of this negative 4. The opposite of taking away 4 is adding 4. So let's add 4 to both sides. So as you can see, 2x and then minus 4 plus 4, well, negative 4 plus 4 cancel each other out nicely to just give me that 0. So I've just got 2x now because these cancel each other out. And 10 add 4, of course, gives me 14. So 2x equals 14 for this equation. But I don't want 2x, I just want x on its own. So this part's similar to my last step in the previous question, isn't it? To get from 2x to x on its own, I divide it by 2. So that tells me that x has to be 7. And if we actually wanted to check our answer, well, 2 lots of something take away 4 gives me 10. Well, if that's something, so that x is 7, 2 lots of 7 gives me 14, and take away 4 equals 10. So I've checked my answer, so I know we are correct. Alright, let's try some more. So again, you're welcome to pause the video if you'd like, or if you just want to carry on listening to me explain, that's also fine. So 4 plus 2x equals 10. I just want x on its own, so that 4 has no reason to be there. So how do I get rid of a positive 4? Well, I'm going to take away 4 from both sides using my balancing method. So now that I've taken away that 4, I'm just left with 2x equals 6, because 10 take away 4 gives me 6. So now, how do I get from 2x to just x on its own? I need to divide it by 2. X equals 3 is my solution. Final question we're going to do together. So solve, remember, just means get x on its own. That 4 does not need to be there. All I want is x. I do not need a 4. So to get rid of a positive 4, just like what we've done in our first question, let's take away 4 from both sides and see what happens. So Positive 4 take away 4 nicely cancel each other out, so I'd just be left with negative 2x equals 6. So minus 2 lots of something gives me positive 6. Well, to get rid of this multiplied by negative 2, so this means minus 2 times by x. So remember in algebra, when you've got two things next to each other, that means they're times together. So to get rid of a times by negative 2, I need to divide by negative 2. Right, so I'm doing that inverse operation. So that tells me that 6 divided by negative 2 gives me negative 3. So my solution is minus 3. Okay, so on the post that I've given you in Google Classroom, you'll find a worksheet attached with lots of equations like this that I would like you to solve by using the balancing method, please. You would also find your solutions attached on that worksheet for you to check your work. And then also you have an optional challenge task. So if you're feeling confident with these skills, you're more than welcome to try this challenge as well. So please just let me know and send me an email or write to me on Google Classroom if you need any help with anything, and I'm more than happy to help you. Alright, thank you very much.